Back in 2023, when I left Bangalore, when I got work from home in another company, I never thought that I'm going to come back to a city, not specifically Bangalore, but come back to a city again and go through everything that I went through in the past, having a corporate job, going to office, being in traffic, etc., and everything that comes along with it, right? But 2026, somehow I had to come back. It's like someone really wanted me to come back to the city where I finished my college right across the time of COVID and I started working, but I had to come back for some reason. I mean, the reason is work itself. Again, I'm back to the same track, having a job, having a place, and then go through the same things again. It was never in my plan, but that is what happened. In fact, I reached Bangalore this year by Jan last when I was supposed to join the new company, but now it's June. It took me almost 4 months or maybe more than that to find a place on my own. I remember even now I read in Reddit and other places that people are finding it so hard to find a place on their own. I don't know, is it because there are many reasons, right? I was looking for a place for myself to stay alone, not with anyone. I was looking for a 1 BHK, but finally I came to this conclusion that maybe I cannot. So I agreed to or made myself be okay with a studio kind of apartment with which is spacious enough for someone like me. And this is where I am. But it took me almost 4 months, man. I cannot. My parents back home were not believing it because I was adamant to let them know that I'll not come back home until I find a place because I was staying in a PG accommodation. You know how it works in a PG, right? The only thing is you get food, but that's not the life you want to live, like in a PG accommodation. No disrespect to the people who are actually living, because I have also done it in the past while I was in my college. And my first realization of coming to this place or this room, and when I started to think, okay, what am I going to do? That is when I actually realized that I have nothing. I'm basically talking about the materials which we need. I had nothing. I came back from home with just a backpack. Even now, I just have a backpack and the laptop, just the study corner and all the rendered things. But it was such a realization that how much effort, investments, decisions that you have take, all of these things that you have to, in the end of the day, even though you have friends or anyone support to take a decision of your own, I was always, according to the people who are close to me, I was always that guy who was always irresponsible because I never had to take the toll of anyone else or anything from my home or anywhere else. So, in fact, this is the first time experience of being responsible for these many things, the materials, and actually started living in that way at 30 because even during college, even my past work, I was always staying with my friends. But at this stage, many people disperse and get married and stuff. And I'm also in that space or place in life where I would like to live just alone. I'm not saying or trying to say that I'm living a bright, exciting life in Bangalore. No, that is not it. I'm just saying I'm just trying to restart from scratch, to be honest, which I have to admit because life is still the boring life that I have lived and experienced in the past, and it is just corporate related. You go to office, work, come back. If you have more work to do, completed. But I have to go to office only once in a week, so I cannot just complain about that part. But it is that life. Nothing much is happening out of work, even though I have all the weekends. And at this point in life, I am not excited by all these plans that I may or might or have to or want to make for future. I just want to have a place. I wanted to have just a place, little place of my own, like a sanctuary, and just have some birds around. And I have my camera. I just want to take some photos of them. Maybe come back to room and look at the photos. Maybe write something about it, and maybe sleep peacefully, because at night when you sleep you should be able to sleep peacefully. I think in the end of the day that is exactly what we all want and we deserve it. My savings are kind of almost empty, to be honest. That is why when I said I have to start from scratch, I did not mean it in a philosophical, mental, any other way, but financially I'm not broke, but I had to invest a lot in this place and furniture and stuff, and had to take back a lot from investments. Now I understand the importance of having an emergency fund, etc. etc. I have to keep that in mind, but I have to start from scratch. And I know there will be many other guys like me, guys, girls, whoever, who are in this space, in this situation. And there are many people out there actually looking for houses. And I actually stay in a very good surrounding in Bangalore city, Bangalore as such. And I'm just wondering if there is any possible way to help people to find places. I know that these stuff are all going on in Reddit and stuff, but I'm seriously thinking about something like that. Many people are struggling. So anyway, I'm looking at this camera and talking. I don't have any specific or special intention of this, or that I want anything to come out of this, not at all. I just wanted to reflect. Maybe if someone else is going through a similar situation, you know, maybe we can talk about it or something like that. So I just wanted to, so I'm going to turn it off just like that.